Traders, how you doing? And welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about gold and silver and our weekly outlook into what could potentially happen for those commodities for the week ahead. So if you like the video and you like this type of analysis, make sure you hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button to make sure you get notified when we upload any other videos. So in today's video, I'm going to start off with silver because I think silver is quite interesting in the position that it is on this daily chart specifically. Now, I've identified this level here as kind of key because it is the downtrend anchor from this latest downtrending price action. Okay, so we have now pushed on. If you remember 2 weeks ago, I did say there was a potential bullish scenario for silver that has kind of worked out. And we've pushed on and tagged this downtrending anchor, or i.e. anchor to our downtrend. Now, not only that, what we've got is a nice corrective from this impulse, and at that 20 period, that simple 20 period, we've got a hammer bar here, and the hammer bar is also coming on high volume. So this for me, as I develop a personal strategy of mine, as an aggressive entry, yes, you could call it a pullback entry, but there's other parameters to it as well. But as an aggressive entry into silver, this was something I was looking at. Because of where we are, this is a key area, because it's going from potentially a downtrend to where we break through this area, a change of trend back to an uptrend. So what I'm looking for, and specifically on this daily chart, is another tag of this area, i.e. the more tags that I get, and this is my personal opinion, the more tags of an area I get, I feel the less significant that area becomes, and it's more likely to potentially break and break well. So we do have a bit of dynamic resistance to silver moving to the upside in the form of this 200 MA. However, this is the type of price action I would personally like to see before potentially taking a trade in silver to the upside. So whether that be, I know it depends on what happens with this 200, but if we can get a break where silver is breaking above this 200 and breaking above this resistance area in quite a healthy price action, i.e. a double V reversal, triple V reversal, 20 period, simple 20 close by, to take that breakout above the 200 and above this descending trend line anchor, that would be quite a nice trade for me. So you could even look at potentially, if we do end up breaking through here, if we do tag that 200, to come back and retest and give us an indication that the market wants to continue on, i.e. old resistance becoming new support, that would be not bad in silver. My personal bias is that silver moves to the upside. However, if we talk about the bearish bias, i.e. the other scenario, where we could fail at this anchor, i.e. similar to what we had here, where we had a decent hammer bar or inverted hammer bar, if you get something at that area on a little bit of volume that indicates it does want to come down, then all this is irrelevant and you could be looking at sells into silver. You know, we do have, again, this dynamic resistance to price. We are still technically on a downtrend because we have not breached this anchor. So the path of least resistance right now is still technically to the downtrend. However, I just think with how price action is, right, and specifically this daily bar here and a bit of volume, that maybe this commodity and maybe silver, if we get something like this, would look quite good for movement to the upside. And again, if we come down to this 4-hour chart, you can kind of see that break of structure. Come back and retest to this area. We've got some bullish pressure on this support on that 4-hour 200, breaking through this descending channel, retesting that descending channel. 20 period is now curling up for movement to the upside. So this, I feel this looks good. My bias would be silver to the upside, but wait for a potential nice setup. So whether that be up at these highs here, coming up here, or whether that be a potential pullback entry into somewhere here back to that 20, I'll be looking for entries to get into silver long, and I think that would be a good way to play that this week. Now gold again is interesting. Gold has been quite difficult to trade for quite some time, I would say, really from this whole area here. However, it's starting to become a little bit nicer. If we notice recent price action on the daily, okay, we've come from this area here, pushing on. It looked as if when we were breaking through this potential trend line, certainly on this day specifically here, that this may want to move to the downside, certainly with DXY strength or dollar strength. However, Once this bar imprinted, and this bar specifically, this changed my whole sentiment on gold, because it looked as if we were coming from here and then we created a nice corrective, right? And at the end of this corrective, this daily bar that broke above that 20, broke above that 200, looked pretty good as impulse corrective, impulse for movement to the upside. And that's kind of what it did. I think gold gets up to this resistance area, which is quite a key area. As we can see, we've failed at it multiple times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 times. But I think gold, if gas price is kind of like a magnet to these support and resistance zone, I think we get up here. However, on the 4-hour chart, there does seem to be a little extension away from price action to that 20, because we have moved quite decently. I think if we can get, and this is why sometimes you get a fake out, by the way, is if price is too extended on these 4-hour daily charts, and basically in my mind not ready to move to the upside, this is normally where you find that fake out. However, if we get some potential price acceptance above this area, get that 20 period catch up, this might not be bad for movement to the upside, but as long as we get the reason to do that. So if we get that 20 catch up, that price acceptance above this resistance zone, i.e. old resistance becoming new support, and then a reason to enter, which could be your simple candlestick patterns, this would look good. Similarly, if this does decide to pull back, a potential pullback entry into gold around that 20 with a bit of volume coming in would also make sense for me. So my overall bias on these commodities is to the upside. But we could see some midweek stagnation, maybe ranging price action for a few days before we get there. But I think my overall bias on gold and silver for this week has to be to the upside. And I think if you're playing it that way, you might get good entries. But as we know, anything can happen and they can certainly fall off in an instant. Right, guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, remember to hit that like button. If you are interested in more gold and silver analysis, there's a free Telegram that A1 provide. The link for that is down below. And I'll see you all next week where we'll do the same thing again. Remember, trade safe. Peace.
What's up, guys? Thanks for watching today's video. There are more videos available on our channel here and here, so go ahead and click into that for some more free trading content. With that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you back next time.